Hymn 185 in Voices United tells us the story of Thomas. You can read it in John chapter 20, but here's how the hymn tells it. You tell me that the Lord is risen, that you have seen his face. Then tell me why you crouch in fear and hide within this place. You say that he spoke words of peace and stood just as before. But till I touch his very flesh, I will not trust your joy. You claim a resurrection here, that God has broken death. No easy words like these will soothe the pain that tears my breath. How well do I recall his face, compassion, strength, and fear. How deep my grief that he should die. Spare me your words of cheer. Now peace be with you. Come, my friend, my wounded body see. Let the rich courage of your doubt bring you to fresh relief. Fear not to wonder at the word, to search the depths of grace. Reach out and touch. Here is my hand. Receive the gift of faith. How blessed are they, how fortunate, who know without the sight. But Thomas, you are favored too, for searching yields its light. So may each pilgrim in the way, each road to Christ be blessed, till lips declare, my Lord and God, Christ's body, one at last. I've always thought Thomas gets a bit of a raw deal. He's known for generations now as Doubting Thomas. But he didn't doubt any more than anybody else did. One commentator I read this week says, Mary comes and says, I have seen the Lord. The disciples aren't sure. Then Jesus appears to all of them in an upper room, but Thomas is off, maybe getting groceries. Maybe he was the designated person to leave the shelter, to not be in lockdown. And he comes back and they say, we have seen the Lord. And Thomas says, until I see him, I won't believe. He just wants the same experience that everybody else has already had. And for that, he's known as Doubting Thomas. And not that there's anything wrong with doubting. I think doubting is, as Linnea Good says, it takes a lot of doubting for our faith to grow. But Thomas just wants that proof. Actually, I'm not even sure Thomas wants proof. I think Thomas just wants that sense that yes, it can possibly be, because it seems too good to be true. He wants something to say, it seems too good, but indeed, it's true. I get that. We live in a world where doubt, skepticism, cynicism, and of course conspiracy theories tend to rule the day. We live in a world where quite often, as a way to defend ourselves from scam artists, we're told, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. We're told to doubt. We're told to be skeptical. Easter isn't like that. Or is it? Easter is that event which we all experience in our own way. Most of us, unlike Thomas, don't have that vision, that sense of touch, where Jesus says, put your hand in the holes. And Thomas, who originally said, I have to do that. I have to put my hands in the holes in his body so I know it was real, says, no, I don't need that now because I've seen you. I know you're there. Easter's one of those things which seems too good to be true. And so we look for some form of confirmation. And we find it in various ways. One of the things people say about faith is that it's caught. It's not something we teach. It's not something we can browbeat into people. And I think that's because Easter is too good to be true. We can't explain Easter away. We can't convince people logically. They have to experience it for themselves. So what does new life, what does the things that prove new life look like in 2020? 2,000 years after Thomas stood in an upper room and said, "My Lord and my God." I think some of it is still from the old story. When Jesus appears to the crowd in the upper room, the first time, when Thomas is off grocery shopping. Okay, maybe he's not grocery shopping. We don't know. Jesus says to them, "Peace be with you. As the Father has sent me, so I send you." When he had said this, he breathed on them and said, "Receive the Holy Spirit." Earlier in John's Gospel, in chapter 14, Jesus said to his friends during what's called the farewell discourse, "If you love me, you will keep my commandments. And I will ask the Father, and he will give you another advocate to be with you forever. This is the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it neither sees him or knows him. You knows him, because he abides in you and will be in you. I will not leave you orphaned. I am coming to you. In a little while the world will no longer see me, but you will see me. Because I live, you also will live." And then later, verse 25 through 27. "I have said these things to you while I am still with you. But the Advocate, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, will teach you everything and remind you of all that I have said. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not let them be afraid. Peace I give to you. Peace I leave with you. Peace be with you." That's one of the ways we know that Easter is real, because that gift of peace, that gift which allows us to not be afraid, to trust that life wins. I think it's healthy to be like Thomas. I think it's healthy to question, to be a little skeptical, to not believe everything people tell you. It's also healthy to be like Thomas, because Thomas is the one who, when Jesus is going back to Jerusalem in the Lazarus story, says, even if they're going to kill him, let's go with him. Even if they're going to kill us because we're with him, let's go with him. Well, or something to that effect. I paraphrased it. Thomas is open to the possibility. Thomas just wants that sense that it could possibly be real, because it seems too good to be true. That's what Easter is. It's too good to be true. But it's true. It's real. Jesus brings life. Jesus brings peace. Jesus helps us put aside our fear. In this Easter season, may we, like Thomas, be a little skeptical. Question and wonder. But may we also, like Thomas, be willing to say, "My Lord and my God." Christ is with us. Christ is risen. Life wins. Thanks be to God. Amen.